Well, listen, the Mavs get blown out tonight, and it's basically it's time to tank and let's trade Luca. Let's trade Luca now. Got to get rid of him. We got to get rid of him, Billy. This is ridiculous. You
Oh
go
man.
you go from blowing out the Clippers to taking an L to the Charlotte Hornets. What are we doing?
Not much apparently.
and
Not much. That
go ahead.
no, hey man, you know where I'm gonna start. That
But where you going? Whoa, where are you getting ready to start at?
that look, man, it's that defensive side of the ball, man. We want to give guys wide open looks. We can't stop anybody. Apparently, we don't have any on-ball defenders outside of Josh Richardson. I thought that was Dorian Finney-Smith was. I mean, he didn't really have a good night tonight defensively.
Wow.
That when Maxi Kleber is your best on-ball defender in any given night, man, it's not a good night.
And what he got some beyond Bismack Biombo action tonight.
Yeah,
Mm.
disappointing.
Wait. Were you and where were you at tonight?
So I started off my Mavericks rendezvous at that same location I was at for the Cowboy game. I ended up just being in the general area and decided, I'm gonna drop in over here and see what's going on. And I stayed for a little bit. I had to leave. The OU and Florida game was too much for me. There was a lot of yelling and hollering, and I couldn't really get into the Mavs that way. So I came back home and caught the second half of the game.
So where were you in the first quarter when you saw what started off a little bit rough? Where were you taking it? You were taking it at the location, right?
I was at the undisclosed location. I was there and catching the first part of the game, and I was enjoying it. And like I say, in the background, there was a lot of OU Florida tension going on, and two different sets of people or two groups of people, the Florida people and then the OU people. And so I was that was very engaging, but I was trying to catch the Mavs and watch it and enjoyed it. And I said, you know what? It's getting to about halftime. I think the Hornets had about a 7 or 8 point lead, getting ready to go into halftime. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave this place, get home, and by the time I get home, the Mavericks will have caught up. Or that wasn't the case at all when I got home and turned the TV on.
So let's talk about the first quarter. Let's talk about the first quarter. Josh Richardson wasn't doing too good. Luca, he had the conga line in the basket, as you just seen there on the screen on the first play. Listen, I got text all night about Dwight Powell. What's going on with you there? How are you feeling about Dwight Powell?
I
started to message you and be like your favorite guys on the court tonight.
Well, I like Dwight Powell. I do. I also understand, unlike a lot of Mavericks fans out there, Dwight Powell it's going to take him a while to get back to what he was. He was playing really well last year before he got injured, man. I mean, the guy has not played organized basketball in quite some time. And on a short off season, I mean, granted, his off season started a little early, but it's going to take him some time, man. I'm not going to be too critical of Dwight Powell. I think he struggled tonight for sure. He definitely struggled tonight, but I think he'll be okay. Just give the man some time. Willie Cauley-Stein had some good minutes. Saw him get a couple of easy dunks by way of Luka. Just wasn't dunking it enough. Neither were the rest of the Mavericks.
And anybody who wants to comment while we're talking, you can leave comments there on any one of the screens if you're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and we'll read them here live. But I also got some text tonight about Luka's shot selection, and you chimed in on that on social media. What was going on there? What was going through your head?
Far too many times am I seeing Luka Doncic when the Mavericks need a good possession. Mm-hmm. Not that the possession is going to give them the lead, not that it's going to, ultimately win the game. Sometimes when the other team is on a roll, you need to get down on the other end of the floor and get a good, solid possession, even if you don't score. A good possession to kind of get other guys involved, get other people touching the ball. When Luka gets the ball and he gets on that goddamn right side of the basketball court and just dribbling between his legs, and all of this, and guys know what's coming. He's going to step back, and not only does he step back and jack it up, but he airballs it. At that point, as soon as I saw that air ball, I looked and I said, "Man," that's why I got on the phone. Walt, look, it's time to have the conversation about Luka Doncic and his shot selection, man.
Oh no,
Shot selection is not good.
And you want me to have a conversation with him? Is that what it is, or you just want a general conversation?
I'll lead the charge, man. I have no problem. It's just time for people to understand that yes, as much as we like Luka Doncic, we also have to, just like we do every other athlete, we criticize Dirk Nowitzki as long as he was here, and Dirk is the greatest athlete to ever, be here in the city of Dallas.
Y'all used to call him soft. Remember that?
No, I never called him soft. I used to defend him when people called him soft. But here's the thing. We criticize Dirk. Luka Doncic is not above that type of criticism, man. He has terrible, and I do mean terrible, shot selection. We get enamored with the fact that he can get hot. He's a streaky shooter at best. He can get hot and he'll hit 2 or 3 shots in a row, and you're like, wow, I love that step back, or I love how he's getting to the lane, or whatever. But Luka Doncic will also take some really, really poor shots, man. And it'll just leave you as a fan just looking like, what the hell did he just do that for? And I saw several of those moments tonight, man, especially when the Mavericks needed to come down and slow things down and get a good possession. This is why I say, I know the game has changed a lot, but this is why back in the day, I guess when Tim Duncan and those guys were playing, and David Robinson and other guys, Shaq, when you actually had big men, it was okay. When you needed a good possession, you knew what you did. You came down court, got in the half court set, and you dumped it down to your big man, and you let him do work, and you ran offense through it. I know the game has gotten away from that, but this that I'm seeing from Luka Doncic just coming down and jacking up shots just because he feels like it, that's going to cause this team to win 42 games and not be a playoff team this year. I'm here to tell you that. I know KP is not here, but Luka, come on, man, we got to have more. There's no excuse for that.
So actually, Luka gave you 12 points tonight. What did he give? He gave you 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Yeah, that's a terrible game.
Boy, that'll put butts in the seats, won't it?
Yeah, listen, that's a terrible game. Nobody's going to show up for that. Okay, and now, granted, Luka's liable to come back next game and give us 35, 13 boards and 12 assists. We know he has it in him. And I think that's what's frustrating, as a fan, is when you look at Luka Doncic, it's like, man, you have to maintain that consistency, because right now you are the only consistency that we want to feel like we can count on. We can't count on THJ to give us 18 points every night. We can't count on Josh Richardson to give us 20 points every night. We got to have it from you, and everybody else plays off of you. And so when you come out jacking up shots and playing as poor as what you did tonight, man, it dampers everything. We really don't have a legitimate chance.
The other day, when the Clippers were on, you were all on here. My guy, Josh Richardson. You want to talk about 4 points tonight? You want to get in there?
Yeah, he had a bad game, man. I am Josh Richardson's personal spokesperson.
Oh, okay.
This has been discussed. He's one of my favorite free agents, or not free agents, one of our favorite new guys. And the reality is he did not have a good game. But I mean, look at the guy to the left or the right of him tonight. Neither did they. No Maverick had a good game.
Actually, sir, if I may correct you, there is somebody who had a good game, and I think you owe a little apology to. You was like, let me know when this guy start hooping.
Oh, and man.
Tonight, THJ had 18 points. What are you going to say about that? Let's talk about it.
He had 18 points, but did they affect the game? No, they did not.
Well, no, they didn't. That's beside the point. That is beside the point, okay?
Oh, man.
He came to play tonight. He gave you 18 points tonight.
So is that what we've gotten down to? We want to celebrate THJ giving us 8. How many shots did he put up? I'm trying to look up the numbers here.
Well, I want to let you know about a report that's coming in right now.
Okay.
Right now, it said they're reporting that Luka is on the court right now, shooting shots. He's working on his jump shot right now. After the game, in the gym right now.
Well, that's great. That's
That's great.
great.
That doesn't impress you. That doesn't.
Yeah,
No.
it doesn't do anything for me. It does. I mean,
Well, yeah.
I'm glad that you know what it tells me is that he does take it personal. He
Okay.
knows he had a bad night and he takes it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But you know, the thing is, Walt, it's great that you're putting up those shots and you're practicing shooting the basketball. You do that every day. That's nothing new. The problem is the decision making.
I'm losing.
The decision making. You can't, no matter what you're practicing shooting the basketball, doing and all that stuff, man. All this, you know, just shooting the ball recklessly and just jacking up shots at inconvenient times. That's the issue. It's not the idea of whether or not he can shoot the ball or score. It's how you're going about doing it, man. That's the biggest issue with Luke.
Well, we had another offer. We had another offer from him tonight.
Who is that?
We had like he was 0 from 3-pointer tonight.
Oh
was
yeah,
0 from 5, 0 from 6.
yep.
We had another one of those nights from Luka tonight.
That's not okay.
And you were saying Dwight Powell, you thought he was good. What do you think about the Willie Cauley-Stein performance tonight?
I thought Carlisle was okay. Again, I saw him early in the game. He had a couple of easy layups, a couple of dunks by way of Luka creating for him and everything. And I think that's where his bread is going to be buttered right there, man. Just in the paint. You know, Luka creating easy buckets for him around the basket, easy putbacks and everything. And you know, I thought Carlisle was okay, man. I thought he did some good things for you defensively as well. But overall, this team has got to be able to lock down defensively when they are not scoring. I know at one point I was looking and they showed a graphic in the middle of the game saying the Mavericks hadn't scored since the like 7-minute mark of the second quarter, and I think it was like a little under 3 minutes left. So they had went like 3.5 minutes without scoring the ball. And during that time, Charlotte seemed like they were just scoring on every possession.
Oh,
that's how
man.
they
PJ Washington was tearing up. Terry Rozier was getting hot. And Miles
Everybody was getting everything. Right. So this again goes back to what I was saying before. When it comes to the Mavericks, it's got to be a defensive mentality that they find and take on. We cannot sit here and say, "Oh, well, KP's not here," because KP is not he's not the end all on the defensive side of the ball. Yeah, he block shots at the rim, you know, can he challenge and contest shots? Can he help with rebounding? Absolutely. But Walt, this team needs a defensive identity. They have got to take it serious to lock down because in this league, you're not going to score every possession. You're not. But you can be scored on every possession if you don't guard the perimeter and if you don't have anyone there at the basket to contest shots. And the Charlotte Hornets did whatever the hell they wanted to do. And the Mavericks weren't scoring, and the Hornets were scoring every possession. That's how the game got away from them.
Well,
and lost by 19 points tonight.
Let's be honest here, sir. Something I told you that was going to happen tonight with this team. I told you that they were going to get ran out of the gym tonight. I told you this was a fast team, and the Mavericks better come ready to run tonight. And it happened. It happened. On the other side of the ball, we got LaMelo with 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's a damn good night right there. And I was very interested in this matchup because you know these are two good floor generals, as I like to say, two people that are good at passing the ball. And I wanted to see how they would come out and play against each other. Who would, you know, I thought we were gonna see a little outdoing of the handles and the behind the back passes tonight. But LaMelo Ball showed up tonight, and I've been telling you this kid he can play on my team any day way. I like the way. The one thing I like about him and Lonzo that they both do, when they're on the court, they're always moving around. They never sit in one spot. They're always moving around, and they always. I think I told you the first night. You can tell a true point guard when a point guard comes down the floor and the first thing they do when they get across half court is they scan the floor instead of looking at the basket.
Okay.
That's what Lonzo and him do when they come down the court. They always looking around at the floor to see who is where and how they can do. And I think he attacked the basket good night. That nasty looking jumper he got was hitting tonight.
Yeah, and it is nasty looking. It looks terrible.
Bowling shoe ugly.
Yeah, but which makes it even worse that it was going in tonight. It seemed like now I saw him come down the floor and somebody passed on the ball. He shot what appeared to be about a good 28, almost 30-foot three, and drained it.
I don't think he missed tonight from three.
No, I don't think he did. He hit all of his shots that came.
Yeah, he hit all his three. Yeah, he hit all his threes tonight.
So, shout out to him for doing that or whatever, man. Do I think that's going to be a consistent thing? No, I do not. But the Mavericks make guys who are not great scorers, and I'm not saying LaMelo's not a good scorer. That's what he's known for.
LaMelo is a good ball player.
Yeah, but the Mavericks, man, they defensively they make average guys look really good. So guys that actually have skill and can do things, they're going to look Michael Jordan-ish on you. And LaMelo Ball just looked like somebody that could not be stopped tonight, although, a lot of his scoring was from jump shots, uncontested jump shots at that. And the other guys, Rozier and those guys got it wrong.
He was just in on every play. Like if you watched him, like whenever a ball looked like it was coming off the rim, he was right there.
He was at the rim.
He was at the rim. Everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep, sure was.
So I love the energy he plays with. Gordon Hayward couldn't get it going tonight, and he set Gordon Hayward up a lot of times on the court.
Yeah, he did. And so there were a couple of extra assists that are not on his box score right now because of Gordon Hayward. LaMelo Ball could have very well had a triple-double tonight, really. If he would have put in a little more on the glass and a couple of guys would have hit a couple of extra shots, yeah. He could very well have a triple-double tonight.
You're not lying there, sir. You're not lying there at all.
Yep.
Terry Rozier went for 18, and a guy who I told you need to watch out for tonight, you didn't want to believe it, Miles Bridges had 20.
Again, I mean, I don't. I mean, these guys are good basketball players, but if you're Maverick, this is an indictment again, Walt, on the Mavericks defensively. We always want to celebrate these guys like Mr. Bridges and LaMelo Ball and Rozier and these guys, and these guys are good NBA players. They're all young, they're all good basketball players, man. But the Mavericks defensively they'll cause you to believe that certain guys are a little more than what they are. That's why I don't get too excited when I see, certain people score like that, because it's like, man, against a team that actually puts forth an effort defensively.
Yeah, I think he turned the Mavs up last year at the AAC, though. Miles Bridges did.
Yeah, and that's fine, but I mean, they were very poor defensively then too, man.
Yeah, wait. Didn't they have the number one? Wait a minute, they had the number one offense last season, though. Remember?
Yeah, but the defense stinks. So I mean, the thing is, it's not that these guys on the opposing teams are, they're scoring at will on the other side. The Mavericks have just been able to outscore teams because of their potent offense. But when they're not scoring well and the ball's not going down, you're going to have nights where the ball just doesn't go down. You have to find a way to defend and give yourself a chance. And the Mavericks do not do that. They are not a good defensive team. And I don't know if it's just by way of personnel or they just don't feel like they have guys. I'm really, if you think about it, Finney Smith and Josh Richardson are the only two guys that I trust on this team defensively. Those are only two. And they can't guard big men. They're going to have their nights where they're going to have to go up against the James Hardens and the Chris Pauls and the Damian Lillards and CJ McCollums. And those guys are really, really potent offensive scorers. So even when they have a all right defensive night, those guys are still going to give you 25. So, I mean, the goal is to keep these guys from scoring 40 and just putting the game out of reach for you. But the Mavericks cannot. They just, man, they don't have it defensively, man. I know it's only 4 games in, but Walt, there's a lot of questions defensively about this basketball team, and this team is going to have to figure it out and figure it out in a hurry. You cannot fall behind, not in this Western Conference. You cannot fall behind and expect you're not going to run on no damn 10 or 12 game win streak. You know, this is the Western Conference where the best players in the NBA are located on this side of the conference or the league. So you're going to have to find a way to get some stops out here. You can't just let guys run buckshot through you defensively.
Should we go to the dojo, man, having a conversation with the Martin brothers at the end of the game? Well, what's going on there?
I did enjoy that. Listen, I'll put it like this, man. There's nothing better than a good old scuffle at the end of the game after you get your ass kicked.
Can't win the game. Might as well win the fight, right?
I need to see somebody show some heart. You know, the worst thing to see is that you're getting your ass kicked and then you're just sitting there just looking at it and nobody cares. I want to see somebody get into a little scuffle. That's okay with me. That is okay with me. That's what you brought him here for. Let him do what he's going to do. Hopefully that fires somebody up in that locker room to say, hey, we need to be better.
I'm pretty sure we'll get it up here in a minute. I'm waiting for it to come through. But we had Rick Carlisle who said that we don't want to put this loss on Luka like that. You know, it was a team loss. But you know, you in the middle of the game, you were body shaming Luka. Almost with a cyberbullying move on Luka during the game tonight. And is this weight thing really a problem? Is this really a thing? What's going on here?
So it's not the end of the world, but Luka Doncic, you are a 6'8", 6'9" forward in this league. You handle the ball a lot. You are without your second best player in Kristaps Porzingis. We need you to be available, and we're going to need you to log heavy minutes. You're not going to be able to do that, man, when you're going to be begging to be off the floor because you need to take a break. And even if you don't beg to come off the floor, you're not going to be as productive because you're not in shape. It's clear to see Luka Doncic is not in shape. Now, some people will be like, oh, man, you're making too big of a deal, but I don't think we are. I don't think we're making enough of a deal about it. He needs to get his ass in the gym and get in shape, man. We need that. Luka Doncic is just as big as some of these forwards and centers on the floor, man. It's not a good look.
We got Zach has weighed in here. He said Luka only played 25 minutes. Stat like would have been a little better, but he's clearly out of shape. Then he also said Carlisle's to blame if it's about effort.
Well, now wait a minute. Now we are we really going to blame Rick Carlisle for the effort of this thing? These guys got it. Look, Rick's not playing the game. That's the bottom line.
I don't know if you saw this, but I thought I saw an exchange between Luka and Rick Carlisle where Luka didn't want to come out of. I did. Okay, I wasn't dreaming, was I?
You did.
Yeah, he was telling him, "Don't take me out of the game," because Luka had got 3 fouls at that point.
3 fouls. Yep.
Yeah, and Rick Carlisle was subbing him out. He was like, "Don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it." And then Rick, come on out of here.
Yeah, bring your ass to the sideline, Luka. I mean, here's the thing: if you don't want to be out of the game, stop fouling. Get your ass back and play defense. Stop reaching and all that stuff, man. Like, really, you know, I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you, man. I hope and pray, being a Mavericks fan, that Luka Doncic does not think that he has arrived. Because guys, when they feel like they've arrived, they feel like things should go a certain way and they don't have to put in the same level of work. Luka needs to understand that there's so much room for improvement. He needs to get in the gym. He needs to shave and drop off some of that weight, man. And you got to get back and really put forth the effort and lead by example, man. All that running down, jacking up shots, thinking that's the cool thing, and airballing threes, there's nothing cool about that. And there's nothing cool about losing by damn near 20 points to the Charlotte Hornets. There's nothing cool about that. I'm sorry. Ask the Brooklyn Nets how cool it was to lose to the Charlotte Hornets.
They didn't look too enthused walking off the court that night.
No, they didn't. They were demoralized. I'm demoralized right now as we speak. Okay, I am demoralized.
Think you're taking this a little too harsh, man.
No, man, listen. Good basketball teams beat bad basketball teams, and the Charlotte Hornets are not a good.
Whoa, okay, wait a minute. They're up. I warned you in the studio about this though. I told you this was an up and coming team. I was
That's
like,
fine. Listen,
don't
there's
sleep.
a difference between being up and coming and good. This is not a good basketball team. These guys are young, and there's a lot of I don't want to say unreached potential, but they have a lot of talented guys that still have a high ceiling. Put it like that. Mainly LaMelo Ball. Okay, these guys are not there yet. This isn't. I wouldn't consider the Charlotte Hornets. When I think of, if you tell me, okay, go through the Eastern Conference and name me 5 good Eastern Conference teams, nobody's mentioning the Charlotte Hornets. Nobody's even thinking about the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, they could be an 8 or 7 seed in the playoffs.
Yeah, but that's not they're not one of the first teams you think about in the grand scheme. If you just say, give me, 10 really good teams in the NBA, the Charlotte Hornets are not going to register on nobody's radar. Nobody's. Now, are they a young team with talent? Absolutely. But being a young team with talent doesn't mean that you're a good team. It just means you're a team that has talent.
I mean, I see them making the playoffs in the
East.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even come close in the Western Conference. They wouldn't come close. And that's not their fault. It's not their fault. They're in the Eastern Conference. Try to make the most of what you can. I just think that they're not a better team than the Mavericks. Put it like that. They're not a better team than the Mavericks.
Okay. All right. There's the one I'll give you.
Yeah, although today they were by far the better team.
Yeah, outran them, which I told you was going to happen. But it's also the thing with LaMelo Ball that I was trying to get you to understand is that his passing is so good, it kind of makes it hard to DM. But then again, also I told you, when teams are starting to run or whatever, the Mavericks still want to play the slow basketball. That just wasn't going to cut it tonight.
Yeah, not tonight.
You had to be. I don't know if you saw it. The Mavericks would score, and LaMelo would get the ball and rush it down court.
Yeah.
You know what? All the Mavericks were tired tonight. They weren't expecting to run tonight. That's what happened to them tonight. All of them looked out and said they all was over there with the hands on their hips and hung over. And you look at the Hornets. They standing up straight, ready to go. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, they're young. This is because that's who they are. This is a young team that wants to run and get out in transition. And you know what, Walt? I'll be honest with you, man. I'm not sure what this Mavericks team is. We don't have I don't know that this is a half-court team. We don't have the setup to be a team that can run, a good offense in a half court. I think in order to do that, you have to have like a guy that you can drop the ball down to. I'm just from that old school mindset of basketball. I know that we don't have a guy that we could dump it down to that can get us buckets, but the Mavericks don't even really operate out of the post, man. I mean, they use Luka from time to time, but I mean, maybe when KP comes back, maybe that's when things will shape up a little bit for him. But
still going with that KP thing, huh?
Dude, that's the only guy in a half court set. Who are you going to use? You're going to run pick and roll with Luka in the half court all the time. That's all you're going to do. Who can you dump the ball down to and get you a couple of easy buckets, man? Boban? He doesn't play enough.
No, Boban couldn't play on the court tonight. Them kids are too fast for him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So when you need to play in a half court set, what's your offense? What's your offensive strategy? Pick and roll? Just with Luka and KP? That's going to be your offensive set?
No, I think that they should have went more with Trey Burke. Should have played more tonight. I think they should have played. They should have threw one of the young guys in there, to kind of keep up with Rozier and PJ Washington.
Yeah,
just throw them in there. When at a certain point they should have got on the floor just to kind of keep up with them and kind of frustrate them a little bit. That's what I was hoping to see, but it didn't happen. I mean, I knew that it got to a certain point where I was like, oh, the Mavericks ain't coming back from this one. They can't even get nothing to fall tonight.
Right.
I mean, Clevey had some stuff fall.
Yeah, he did, but I mean, Again, there lies the problem, Walt. If they're not scoring, who are they stopping?
Klebe
That's
gave
the
you
story this season.
12.
That's a good game for him. And they were
Jalen
threes. He was knocking down threes.
and Jalen Brunson gave you 16.
Yeah, but then your star, our MVP cat, my MVP choice, Luka
Oh,
Doncic.
is that what this is about? Are you upset that you've chosen him for MVP and it's just not? It may not be going the way you wanted to. Is that what this is about?
Look, we're 4 games in. We still have 68 games for redemption here. So we got plenty of time to make redemption and to catch fire and to do what we need to do. But it's just the way it's a mentality. It's this Mavericks team has got to change their mentality. It has been this way far too long. Even going back, really, the Dirk years, man. This team has always been about up and down the floor, jump shots, jump shots, jump shots. From the days of Dirk and Terry and other guys we've had out there, you just run and gun, jacking up shots, man. No real effort on the defensive side of the ball until we got Tyson Chandler, Deshaun Stevenson, and remember when Avery Johnson took over, and then, of course, Rick Carlisle, when he finally got there, he kind of made it stick a little bit. But this team has always been about running and gunning and jacking up shots. And when we're not hitting shots,
we keep shooting.
we can. There you go. When you're not hitting shots, you keep shooting, and then nobody's defending on the other end. Long rebound, and they're getting out of transition, scoring on us.
What happened when you can't make it on the outside? You get to the free throw. See, that's what's so unique about James Harden, which is one thing I respect about his game. One thing about him is if his shot ain't going, he'll get to that free throw line to try to get in rhythm to start going.
Yeah, and they'll shoot it at a 90% clip too.
I'm sorry, in the regular season, in the postseason, he don't really do that. But in the regular season, you'll see him when he can't get his shot going. He's going to get to that free throw line to get himself going just a little bit.
Yeah, get a little rhythm going. Like I say, he's an exceptional free throw shooter. So he gets to see the ball go through the net a couple of times. And then next thing you know, he's pulling up from, 28 off of that step back jumper and nailing it. And then he's having 50 points, 55 points, 40 points. These are normal things for him, So.
Well, also, I mean, our guy is not it's not too much of a good 3-point shooter, as I should say, in Luka, and he's not a good free throw shooter either.
Yeah, right. He's abysmal at that free throw line.
Do you think that Luka's in his own head right now with the shooting woes? What's going on? I mean, he's not shot the ball well at all since the season started. I know we're 4 games in, but I don't go with that excuse. I don't buy that.
Well, I tell you what, I think I don't know that he's in his own head. I just think that Luka it's going to take him a while, man. The type of player he is, it's going to take him a while. I also think that Luka really gets off at the beginning of the game. He doesn't have that scoring mindset. He's coming out trying to get other people involved. He's very LeBron-like. Like I told you, and I don't
hold on, wait a minute.
Listen, it is what it is.
It's like compare apples to oranges here. I mean,
no, it's not. They're the same guy. They're the exact same guy. They are. Luka Doncic and LeBron James are the same guy in terms of how they play the game. LeBron wants to get everyone involved. He wants to get his teammates involved because he has that utmost confidence in himself that he can score whenever he needs to. But sometimes, as a player in certain games, you have to come out and say, you know what? I'm going to get mine first. I'm going to get mine. I'm going to apply so much pressure that now they're going to put so much concern towards stopping me that now I can get Dorian Finney-Smith these open looks, and I can get THJ these open looks, and Maxey these looks, and these guys got to knock down the shots. But Luka and LeBron are the same person in terms of the style of basketball. They want to get other guys involved on their team. They want to get their teammates involved because they understand ultimately that if their teammates are working well and playing well, it makes their job easier. I mean, that's just the bottom line. However, the Mavericks just consistently, they can't, Luka, Luka feels like he wants to go to these guys all the time, but I think he sees that these guys aren't going to be as consistent as maybe, what we need, what we would expect from them. They're just open shots, Walt. Knock them down. It's that, as far as I'm concerned, Luka is going to draw the attention. Timmy, he's going to get you open looks. Knock them down. Finney Smith, you're getting open look. Knock them down. Nobody's asking you to go and create for yourself. Just knock them down. That's all you got to do, man.
My buddy Shane has weighed in. He says that if we can't hit perimeter shots, we are toast against teams like this. He also says,
right.
Shane also says, worst shooting performance of the year. I'm going to bed, Walt. This was sick. 0 defense, 0 effort, soft ass performance. The game wore me out. That is from a Maverick fan.
Well, who better to hear from? Shane is 100% right. I feel the exact same way. Shane, I'm with you. It's frustrating to watch a team that this team put up like historic numbers, record-breaking numbers last year. Historic. Mm-hmm. And so that it's there. Nothing has changed. It's there. But to see them go out there and they miss shots and guys are not hitting shots, that's one thing. But to not give forth any effort on the defensive end and just let a team run you off of your own floor, that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. About when it came to the third quarter and I saw Charlotte would run away with it, I was like, man, this game is over. I'm not going to sit here and watch this nonsense anymore. As a fan,
you got to watch the game to the end, Billy. What if they pulled a Reggie Miller and them what was that, 94 when they came back and won the game against the Knicks?
Well, the good thing about that is there's not anything that resembles Reggie Miller on this basketball team at all. So we don't have to worry about those type of things. We don't even have to worry about those type of possibilities.
Wow.
But they're just they're incredibly too talented to not put forth more of an effort. And I don't know if it's going to be one of those things where Rick's going to have to get on someone's ass and be like, hey, we need more. But, man, they got to have more than what they did tonight, Walt. What we saw tonight was very embarrassing as a Mavericks fan. It was very embarrassing. This team is 1-3, and I have seen 2 games where it looks like they have just gotten shellacked and didn't give a damn as it was happening to them. One being the Lakers game and the other being tonight.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say the Phoenix Suns.
No, Phoenix Suns, we were in that game. We had every opportunity to win it. Just, I didn't want to freak out about it in that first game. And then we came out and played against the Lakers and, they ran through us pretty much. And then we came back and, 51-point victory against the Clippers. And I think everybody thought it was all good. And then the Charlotte Hornets come to town to run you off your own floor.
Mm-hmm. And I told you they're pretty hot right now. They just came off a Brooklyn win.
Man, I don't know. This team's got a lot of work, man. This team's got a lot of work they're going to have to put in.
Are we dialing back the Mavericks going to the finals? Are we dialing that back right now?
Well, I didn't have us in the finals. I have the Lakers winning the championship again this year.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. The Western Conference finals. Are we dialing that back?
No, I still think the Mavericks can be a force in the playoffs. But something's going to have to change. This rendition of the Mavericks that you're looking at, that you saw tonight, what you saw tonight will yield us about 40 wins on the season. Okay. You're going to have to get KP back, and this team is going to have to get hot, and they're going to have to find a way to defend, and they're going to have to put forth more of an effort.
What they lose by 19? About 19 tonight?
Lost by 19, 118-99.
Okay, well, Kristaps Porzingis can give you 19 or 20 points, so that's fair.
That's fine. Are you going to stop somebody? That's the problem. It's not about the scoring. Are we going to stop somebody, or are we going to go through this season saying, hey, the Mavericks are going to have to score 130 every night to win? That's not realistic.
It's not realistic at all, man. It's not realistic at all.
Let me pose a question to you and the rest of all the people that are watching and, Mavericks fans everywhere. Is this Mavericks team capable of holding, on average throughout the season, holding a team to 100 points? I think if we can hold a team to 100, we can win the majority of our games.
They did. They held the Clippers.
Yeah, but yeah, that was without them having their two pretty integral pieces of their team out of the game. But just on an average night in this style of NBA where offense is everything and there's not much defense being played in the regular season, if you can hold a team to 98 to 100, 96 to 100 points a game, I think you should be able to win games, especially this Mavericks team with the capability they have to score.
Well, the thing is,
do you trust them to do it?
Well, here's the thing. I was looking at, I saw post up Luka come out for one play. That's really, if they really wanted to slow the game down, that's really all they had to do was throw the ball at Luka in the post, or if he was going to try to post up game, could have slowed the game down, let him get down there and post and do some stuff. But they didn't. They stopped. But then again, he did get in foul trouble.
Yeah.
So their hands were kind of tied too, also.
Well,
and then I don't think he might have started out the fourth quarter, but he didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Luka has got to, man, he's got to be smart about what he's doing, man. Luka, there's certain foul. You got to understand your value to the basketball team. You're more valuable than a cheap little foul on, and then you don't even foul him hard enough to stop him from scoring. These little and ones, these little tic-tac fouls, that's not gonna get it, man. Luka, understand your worth and what you mean to this basketball team.
And hey, you know what's funny? That's the same thing I was getting on Giannis about, though. And last night I'm watching him play basketball. I watched him come down the court and do the same move 4 times in a row. Like you gotta do more. And I'm like, see, in the playoffs, that would have been 4 fouls right there because all he did was come down there, barrel, take a hop step and go through him.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
So you just gotta try. That's why I was like, I thought that they could have went with the post up deal to get something going, but they didn't.
Right, they never got to it.
And I'm watching this LaMelo Ball. He got off tonight, man. There's nothing you can really say about his game. He did everything right tonight.
The Mavericks should be ashamed of their damn selves.
Oh no, come on, Billy.
They should be ashamed of their damn selves.
Oh, come on, man. Don't make them be ashamed of themselves, man.
They should be ashamed of themselves, man. I mean, I don't even have legitimate words for this, man, because it's foolishness. It's nothing personal against LaMelo Ball or anybody else. What I'm saying is guys have the tendency to look really, really good against this Mavericks defense because there is no defense. It's non-existent.
Zach says Luka doesn't have his legs under him, out of shape, plain and simple.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this. That his weight problem or whatever that everybody keeps talking about, it did come to fruition today because these boys were out here running. Let's just be honest, he couldn't keep up with him tonight. He couldn't keep up with not one of the players on the court he could keep up with. That's
your star player.
Do you? I think I asked you this the other night. Do you think the Mavericks should step in and have a conversation with him about, hey, bro?
Yes, they should have been done had it. Yes, he's out there. What'd you say? He's out there shooting right now. We don't need you shooting. We need you running.
At least if you're gonna have a big body like that, at least post up or use it. Go to the lane or something. That's just my problem. That's my problem sometimes with a lot of players. Like I said, we were talking earlier. When it's not working, when the shot's not working, you gotta go to the basket to start getting a rhythm. These guys today, they miss 1 3 and think, oh, I just need to hit another one and hit that, miss that one. Oh, I just need to hit another one. I missed that one. Oh, I just need to hit another. This is the one right here. This is the one. Oh, I missed that one too.
Yeah. And the next thing you know, you're 1 of 11 for 3. And then we're wondering why you're still shooting. Shoot. What do they say? Shoot or shoot. The only way to get a shooter out of a shooting slump is to keep shooting. I've heard Derek Harper say that a lot of times, but I think that is inaccurate. Get to the lane. Find a way to get easy buckets, man. Seeing the ball go through the net will open things up for you as opposed to just constantly jacking up shots.
This is very true. This is very true.
Yeah, but what do I
what
know?
is there are no lies told here.
Yeah, but what do I know? I never played at the professional level. I'm just a guy that enjoys basketball and watches all the time, and
Or
just
you're actually a Maverick fan though. You're a Maverick fan.
I am indeed. I
Yeah.
am a Maverick fan. I've watched this team from the days of. I'm gonna give you a name here, man. I'm sure you won't even remember this name. Robert Pack. Do you remember
Yeah.
when Robert Pack
Yes.
used to play for the Mavericks?
I thought you were about to go deadlift shrimp.
No, not like that. I like those guys like Robert Pack, and when we had Gary Trent Senior, and when we had
Tim
Roy,
Legler.
and those guys like that, man. We had some guys that were, you know,
Tim
my
Legler.
favorite. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say we had Tim Legler and hey. Man was a 3-point shooter, 3-point specialist, man.
I guess he was.
I'm I grew up more of a 3J's guy.
Okay, Jimmy and Jamal and Jason.
Yeah, I'm a 3J's guy.
Yeah, I think what was her name? Tony Braxton broke up.
No.
Tony Braxton broke that up, man. So
allegedly.
Anytime you're listening to Tony Braxton, just remember she broke up any chance that the old Mavericks had of a championship. She broke that up.
She did break up the 3J. That's neither here nor there. That's speculation. But but the thing is, Billy, is New Year's Day, our Mavericks find ourselves taking on the Miami Heat, who last night got blown off the floor. I think they had a 50-pointer or somewhere around there, 40-pointer loss to the Milwaukee Bucks.
But
tonight they came back and beat the Milwaukee Bucks.
Really?
Yes. Came back and beat them. And so on Friday, I don't know if it's afternoon or night or whatever, the Mavericks are going to be taking on the Heat here at the AAC.
And that's New Year's Day, huh?
New Year's Day. Well, now, I need to inform you that last year on New Year's Eve, I got in a car and drove to Oklahoma for a Mavs Thunder game, and I took a hot L on New Year's Eve. Missed the countdown and everything. I was in the car when the countdown happened.
Oh man!
Yeah, I went up there and caught a hot L from the OKC. So I'm gonna need the Mavs to get I'm gonna need them to get this dub come Friday night.
Man, Friday. We cannot go into 2021 with another lackluster effort. Let this one be the last one of 2020, and let's start 2021 fresh and new. And let's go win.
You know what's funny? That game, they were up that game, and Oklahoma came back and beat them.
Of course. Sounds about right. it happened all last year, too, man. I mean, how many games did I think it's silly, man. A lot of people don't understand this. The Mavericks finished as the 7th seed last year, and there was only maybe like a 3 or 4 game difference between 7 and like a top 2 or 3 seed in the league or in the West. Think about all those games they dropped last year, not closing out games. If they would have won half of those games that they lost, that they had a chance to close out, it could have very well been a top 4 seed. Things could have been a lot different. You might have not ran into the Clippers in the first round. I'm not saying that it would have been a different result as far as where we ended up in the playoffs, but man, they got to find a way, man. And I think they'll find their way as the year goes along. But right now, it's just this team looks like they just have a lot of questions that they need to answer.
I told you it ain't enough. What they got ain't enough to get the job done.
Well, what job are you trying to get accomplished? Winning a ring? Nobody has aspiration for the Mavericks to win a ring this year.
They got the Mavericks picked as a threat. The Mavericks is chosen as the threat to the Los Angeles Lakers. That's what ESPN, all of the betting and gambling deals were all about. The Mavericks are going to be the second best team in the West this year.
Well, you saw what I put on Facebook the other day about the national media and what I think about that. I don't really put much thought into what a lot of those guys don't know what the hell they're talking about, man. Let's just be honest. You can say what you want to. The Mavericks are not a championship contending team this year. I've said it. This team just needs to get better. Luka needs more experience. KP needs to get there. And then I think next year will be the year where if you add the correct pieces, LeBron will be another year older. You never know what's going on then, man. I mean, then you might have an opportunity. Other teams may have split apart. You know, that guy that's over in Golden State that you're always talking about, man, he might be available. You know, I want him on this basketball team.
I know. Wait a minute. I
You
know
know
who you're talking about. Who I think. You gotta take my glasses off. You know how to tell about who I think you're talking about, are you?
I'm talking exactly who you're talking about.
Wait a minute now. Wait.
Now, if
there's
there's a way to make that happen.
There's a jabroni who we do a show with who, when I bought this up years ago, matter of fact, Tim McMahon laughed at me when I brought the idea up to him that it would happen. It would never happen. But EA, oh, you play NBA 2K too much. And I'm like, you idiot, the whole league is NBA 2K right now. Kevin Durant's on the freaking Golden State Warriors.
Right. No, listen, I'm here to tell you. Look, I would trade away some valuable pieces to get he's a guy, man, that if he's healthy and he's right, oh man. Because really think about it. Just imagine if you replace Dorian Finney-Smith with this guy, still a great on-ball defender.
I would trade everybody but Luka
to get a knockdown
to get Klay Thompson here.
I would too. I would trade a lot of things here, man. Everything except for Luka.
Yep.
If I could get Luka, KP, and Klay Thompson here, that's a nice three-piece.
No, you don't have to give up Porzingis. That's why I said I trade everybody.
Why does everybody think that? I don't think you have to give up Porzingis to get Klay Thompson here.
You crazy. They're not giving him up for free.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, man. I mean, the Golden State Warriors, you know, depending on what happens, Klay Thompson doesn't come back this year. I mean, dude, they're not. I mean, they have other guys that are on that team. That Wiseman kid they have or whatever. Dude, Klay Thompson can be moved.
We've seen what their team looks like without Klay. They're struggling, and they got the best shooter in the world on the floor, and they still struggling.
I'm just telling you, I believe that I believe that if you can get Klay Thompson here, I don't care how you make it happen. But if you make it happen and KP is still part of this basketball team, oh, you got problems.
KP gone.
The West has problems.
KP gone if they get Klay Thompson. He's the one who you got to start the trade talks off with.
Well, I mean, well, then this kind of defeats the purpose because if you have Luka and Klay Thompson, that's not enough.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it is.
Not enough. Who's rebounding and doing any of that stuff for you?
We got Carlisle and Dwight Powell. Don't worry, we'll sign somebody for that. Don't worry about that. We'll figure that part out. But you know, when you got Luka passing the ball and setting Klay up, I mean that's water almost every time.
Okay, man.
You let Klay Thompson play with somebody like Luka or LaMelo Ball or Alonzo. Oh my God, he gonna eat because they're gonna find ways to get him open. That's the first person they're gonna look for down the court every time. Where's Klay at? All right, let me find a way to get him going or get the ball to him.
I mean, I get it. I'm with it, but you know, I don't know. Right now we have Dorian Finney-Smith, so I mean that's who we have right now. Him and THJ, and neither one of those guys are Klay Thompson. So
they're not. And are you gonna give THJ his props tonight, man? You said let you know he's gonna ball tonight.
I will give THJ his props. He scored well tonight. I think you said he had 18 good points.
18.
I saw him knock down some good shots, man. I saw him with a little. He got in the lane a little bit tonight. I saw him with a beautiful little mid-range jumper that he banked off the glass, going off the opposite shoulder. I thought that was pretty good. But we just need that to be consistent. That's all. I don't have a problem with THJ. I don't think he's a bad player. I just need to see him be more consistent. Can he give me 18 a night? Will you please give me 18 a night, THJ? I would greatly appreciate that.
Well, this is his second game with 18 points. He had 18 against the Clippers.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I mean, everybody looked great against the Clippers that night. So, but the thing is, man, I need to know that I can get that from you. I can't have 18, 18, 22 this game, and then 4 or 5 games where you're only averaging like 8 points a game and you're going 3 for 14 and stuff. We can't have that. You know, this team has got to find consistency, man. We got to find a way to be consistent. If they can do that, they can get right back where they need to be for sure.
So they're going to be taking on, as we said, the Heat on Friday. What you what do you got? What do you got going there? What do you got prediction wise there?
I got the Mavericks winning that game against the Heat. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. The Heat coming off of a win. You said they won against. They got beat up by Milwaukee, and they turned around and beat them. I think, man, I don't know. Jimmy Butler, he's a monster.
I don't think he's playing right now. I think he's hurt.
Is he? I didn't know Jimmy was hurt.
Yeah, he didn't play. He didn't play the other night.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I mean, I still think even if he was playing, I think the Mavericks will get a win. I think they'll be pretty disappointed in what they did tonight. They'll come out and give a big effort and get a win against Miami. But once they've done that, man, they just got to find some consistency, man. They got to find some consistency, start getting some wins. I'd like to see this team win maybe 3 or 4 games in a row. I don't know if that's possible right now. I mean, but I'd like to see them get on a run and welcome Porzingis and incorporate him back. Rick said he's going to be back here, hopefully in the earlier part of January. So only time will tell. Maybe he'll get in there, man. I expect this team to be rolling by February. I'm going to give them a month with Porzingis coming back. I'm going to give them a month. By February, I need to see this thing rolling, man.
By February?
Yeah, by February. Because by that time, Porzingis will have came back. He's had a couple games under him. He's getting his feet under him. Luka should have his legs all the way under him. You know, guys like Richardson and other guys that we have on the team, they will have found their niche, found their role, and we can work and do the things we need to do. By February, I need to see this team rolling.
Dang, that's a short stint there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, how long are we gonna give them? The season's not that long. We can't wait until April to start figuring out who we are, man. April, we're jockeying for playoff position, man.
Well, what do the playoffs actually start?
So they cut off 10 games off the regular season. So really, I think they're trying to get it right back to where the NBA Finals will be in June again. The playoffs normally start like right there, mid-April, late April, going into May.
Okay, so what we got here is we got Rick Carlisle post-game interview, and I'm gonna click this real quick. Hold on, make sure I get this going. I'm gonna play this real quick. Let's see if it'll let me.
Let's see what Rick's talking about.
There's not a whole lot else to say.
Can you hear Rick?
Yeah, I hear.
We were dominated for 3 quarters. The fourth quarter, I love the way we fought in the fourth quarter. But obviously it was too late. And so disappointing loss.
Okay. Callie?
When shots we didn't hit, we needed to adjust and attack the rim sooner. We didn't do that. Luka's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick, those of us from the arena are actually watching Luka, just getting extra shots up right now. What do you expect? How does a player like him, from the mentality you've observed from him, how does he break out a clump like this?
He's just going to keep playing. Look, he only played 24 minutes tonight because of the score. I wouldn't get too carried away with, a low scoring night for Luka. We can't make this loss about that. I mean, this was a team thing tonight, and Luka's moving in the right direction. I don't have any doubt about that, and he's going to be fine. And we just got to play. We got to play better together as a unit. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Last one, Raphael.
Hey, Coach Raphael from the three-point conversion. During pregame, I asked you about the pace of the Charlotte Hornets, and you talked about that, and you said that they do run a fast pace and it can cause problems. Was that part of the problem defensively for not stopping them from exploding like they did?
Overall, they carried the day in terms of their aggressiveness, really at both ends of the floor. Defensively, they were bumping into us and disrupting. And offensively, they were attacking downhill. And, we just didn't do a good job. In the fourth quarter, we turned the tables on them. But, you can't play 12 out of a 48-minute game.
Okay, so that was Rick. Did you end up hearing what he was saying at the end?
Yeah, I kind of heard a little bit of what he was saying, man. It's just hard for me to hold on to, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just hard for me to hold on to. I'll reserve my current thoughts and feelings towards the Mavericks and Rick Carlisle until a better time.
Why? What are you holding back for, man?
I mean, it's not anything to hold back. I just think I just think that Rick Carlisle has a lot of work to do with this team. I'll just put it like that. He has a lot of work to do with this team, and this team has a lot to work with in terms of dealing with the coach, man. And hopefully it'll all come together. It'll mesh.
Well, if you're ready, how would you like to hear from Luka?
Yeah, love to hear from him.
I'm pretty sure you love to hear this right here, right?
Yeah, I need to find out what's going on.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Luka, post game interview.
We just saw you obviously working out here. Why do you think it's been difficult for you to get in a rhythm early this season?
I don't know. I think my leg's really tired. It's not an excuse, I don't think it's the problem. I mean, obviously the problem was shooting today, but defensively, they made a bunch of shots. They didn't feel us early in the game. I think that was. But we missed a lot of open shots too.
Callie.
Hey, Luka. How did a team develop chemistry? Coach has talked about that a lot. Players have talked about it. How do you develop chemistry and develop consistency over a season?
I'm no expert, but I would say hanging around as a team, being together in any case. Like if we're winning a lot, if we're losing by a lot, especially when we're losing. When you win, it's easy to be together. But the tough part is being together when you lose. That's when the chemistry goes, and that's what the great team do.
Raphael.
Hey, Luka, I can't remember if you've alluded to this. I think Cuban has that you had a conditioning plan in place, but it was in place assuming the season would come back in January. Obviously, it came back sooner than anticipated. What was your plan, and how did you have to
so there's no excuses. But we just got to step together. Normally, we'll celebrate preseason. I said it before the preseason. This game is going to be weird to see. You never saw two teams lose by 50, so I think it's still a lot of people trying to get in there with them. I think normally would still be preseason, right?
All right, Kevin Gray.
Hey, Luca, good evening. When you go through shooting slumps like this, what do you look to get yourself as far as your game going again? How will you incorporate that as you move forward here?
I mean, get shots up. Always, we got to do way better. I think I'm 21 in my third season. I can improve so much. I can still improve so much. So I got to work on those shots every day. And if you work on it, they're going to fall in eventually. So that's my point of view.
Couple more. Raphael.
Hey, Luca, Raphael from the three-point conversion. Luca, you got a chance to play against LaMelo Ball for the first time. What are your thoughts on him and his game? And also, what advice would you give him knowing that he's that guy in Charlotte that they're waiting for as like that next coming guy?
I mean, he's great. He had a great game today, too. They keep giving him more and more chances to show himself. And I think he's going to be great in this league. My advice, I don't know, I think just enjoy the game. Not everybody can play in the NBA. Just enjoy the game. And I know some nights going to be tough, like today for us. But just keep going and have fun every game.
The last one, the back.
Luca, going through all this now in your third season, is it any easier now when you get frustrated? Are you able to manage your emotions now a little bit better?
It's not so easy, it's just a game. I think every time it's the same. Back, just back then it's the same. Just feels good to win. That's all I'm going to say. It feels great when you win the game.
All right, thanks, Luca.
Well, any thoughts on that?
Nope, nothing
Nope.
at all.
Is that what you want to hear from your all-star player there?
I take it for what it's worth. I heard what Luca had to say, and I think honestly, he'll bounce right back from this, man. Again, I don't expect this to be any lingering thing. I mean, right now he's just in a little slump. All great players, all great players go through it, man. I think he'll be just fine. Luca just needs a little time. He'll get his legs on him. He'll get to feeling better. I think he'll be great.
What about Rick Carlisle's comments? Do you want to weigh in on those?
No, I mean Rick just kind of told us, what he felt about this team and kind of the direction that they're going. Obviously he wasn't happy about what happened tonight. Rick is at this point. Rick is who Rick is. He's been here for quite some time, and I think he has the antidote for this team, man. I think he's going to get these guys right. It's just going to be a matter of time. There's not a whole bunch of time. We're still early in the season, but I just feel like, this team is going to have to come together. There's new pieces. They have current pieces that work well together. I just think it's just going to take a little bit of time. Well, let's check back with this team here, like I said, in about another month, man, and we'll have a better idea. Right now, we can't take anything, can't get too high or can't get too low on where this team is. Right now, this is a 1-3 basketball team. I think everybody in the NBA knows this team is better than what is playing right now, but it's just going to take time for them to pull it together, and I think they will.
You are, I definitely give you that, man. You do believe in the team.
Yeah, man, there's no reason to, it's no reason. Dude, it's like playing a 162 game baseball season, and the team starts off, 3-6. There's a lot of things that can happen. So we just got to get this team time, man. We're 68 games away from even playing a I'm not gonna say a meaningful game, but from playing any type of playoff basketball. There's 68 games. Things can happen between now and then. Trades can happen. Let's figure out who this team is first before we get too critical of
What do you think about the body shaming situation that's going on?
them. Oh, man.
I mean, it seems to be a big deal here.
Listen,
Skin kept alluding to it tonight. There's something weird going on in the NBA right now where a lot of teams are just getting blown out by 50 or high margin or high margin of numbers.
Dude,
the whole is everybody's I guess is out of shape.
yeah, I mean, dude, basketball was just going on feels like maybe 2 months ago.
Right.
We were playing in the NBA final, or we weren't, but there were the NBA finals were going on. It felt like it was just 2 months ago. And guys came home and COVID is still going. And they came out of the bubble and they went home, saw their families, and they came right back. Guys are just,
So you think it's fatigue?
Yeah, absolutely. No, these guys will not be playing like this a month from now. You got to give them a chance to get things together.
Well, Paul George alluded to the reason why they got blown out on Christmas Day.
We can't take anything he says seriously. We can't take anything he says seriously.
Man. Why are you throwing playoff P under the bus?
Man, I'm not. He's throwing himself under the bus. He's the one saying these stupid things.
Well, what are you saying, man?
Look, man, Paul George, he can say whatever he wants to, man. He was just embarrassed from getting their ass kicked the way they did. The bottom line, it is true. I mean, guys are just, they're Christmas and all this stuff, man. Guys are going to have to get in the groove. Let's give every one of these basketball players a chance to get their legs under them and figure out what's going on. They'll be fine. A month from now, we'll laugh about this stuff.
Maybe so. So what? Friday night? I'm sorry. Friday. That's Friday.
Yep, right. New Year's Day.
New Year's Day, the Miami Heat come in here. What are you predicting? You said
I'm
win.
giving the Mavericks a win. I don't have a score for it, but I do think the Mavericks will win a fairly close and competitive game. I think the Mavericks will find a way to get a W and get to 2-3, and we'll start the 2021 off with the W, and hopefully there'll be many more to come after that.
Seeing how they played tonight, seeing how Miami played tonight, I'm willing to give the Mavericks a shot. I don't think that the woes continue like they did, but I do give them a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's just going to depend on if they decide to show up and actually play. If they show up and play, they'll have a good chance of winning. If they come out and want to lollygag and sit around, then they'll hold an L to start the new year.
Well, where they're going to get their shot at redemption on Friday.
Yeah, it's coming. They just show up and play
for the loss tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they'll have a chance.
Now, let me pull up something here as we go here. Let's pull up their. I like to do it. I think I want to do this every night. Pull up their schedule and see what they got ahead of them for next week.
Let's see what they can come up with.
So Friday they got the Heat.
Okay.
Great. Thursday's game that was scheduled for 1:00 has been flexed to 9:00. So
Great.
Friday they're going to play the Heat at 6:00. Okay. On the Sunday they're going to play the Chicago Bulls in Chicago. Okay. They're going to go to Houston. See, this is that stupid traveling thing that we talking about here. Now they're going to go up to Chicago and then come back to Houston on Monday and then go to Denver. That's stupid.
Oh.
They're going up. They're going up to the Bulls, come back to Texas to the Rockets, and then go to Denver. Okay.
Who's making up this schedule?
Okay. So then they come back. Okay, so they play the Heat on Friday. Sunday they play the Bulls. On that Monday, the 4th, they play the Rockets, and then they're going to play the Nuggets Thursday, and then that Saturday they're going to play the Orlando Magic back here at the AAC. That's the
Sounds
schedule.
like they could go 4-0 during that stretch, man.
Whoa! Did you just give a 4-0?
No, I said they could go 4-0. I'm calling 3-1. 3-1. Denver's going to be the toughest game out of that stretch.
Wow! So you got them beating the Rockets?
Yes.
Mm.
I know everybody else is scared of James Harden. I'm not. I respect James Harden, but I mean, I think the Mavericks can take care of the Rockets. I think the toughest team they're going to face out of all those guys are going to be the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you think the Nuggets or Houston will be the return game for Kristaps Porzingis?
Give me the game against the Rockets.
You want the Rockets game?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be, if memory serves me correct, that would be Monday. Next Monday, we're predicting a Kristaps Porzingis return.
Yes. A 20-point return. He's coming in with 20. He's got 20 on ice with your name on it, Walt, because he understands you're very critical of him. Even though you claim that you guys are really cool, he knows that you've been very critical of him. So he'll have a 20-piece waiting.
I'm not critical of Porzingis. I am going to say, though, I'm just more along the lines of, if the opportunity presents itself, depending on who you're talking about, I might be willing to trade him. But I tell you what, though, I mentioned a player's name who I seen the last night. He put up about 28 points. Who I'd be we might need to call him, and we might need to call him up now and see, can we try to get him before this thing takes off over there in New York. We need to call the Knicks and see what it's going to take.
Mr. Randall?
Yeah. He put up 28 last night. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
And,
hold on. Just a second, Walt.
Go ahead.
Keep your people going. Okay. I'm back, man. My fault. I thought I had heard something running in there.
Oh, no problem, man.
But yeah, so you were saying we need to make a call to New York, to the New York Knickerbockers regarding Mr. Julius Randle, huh?
Yep. Before this thing gets too hot, and then it's going to cost us a lot of money, a lot of prospects to get him over here. He gave you 28. He gave the Knicks 28 last night.
Yeah, hometown kid, man. Nice return back to Dallas.
Something in the paint. Something in the paint. Porzingis is a center. He's the power forward. I like it down there. He's banging. He's turning around. He's popping. He's shooting.
That wouldn't be bad, man. Julius Randle, that would not be bad.
I know.
What are you sending up there? You said anything we trade would be THJ and something else.
Anybody not? Well, remember we got THJ in the Porzingis trade, so they might not want him back.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. So what do you have to send up there?
We'll send out some nice guys like the Dwight Powell. We'll throw in one of the rookies.
Are we gonna throw in? What's the other? Bronson, Mr. Bronson?
I might be willing to do it. I might be willing to give up Brunson. If it meant Julius Randle.
That would be a nice lineup. Luka, Julius Randle at the power forward, KP at the center.
I give up Dodo.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah. No question about it. You still got Josh. That's not a bad lineup. Luka, Jay Rich.
If
Jay
they
Rich
want,
gonna play at your two
hey,
guard.
hey, if they want Maxi Kleber, I'll give him up too. I'll give you Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell for him.
Now wait a minute. Let's not get carried away here. Let's not get carried away here. Maxi Kleber helps stretch the floor, and he's a good on-ball defender as well.
Okay, all right. Okay, you're right. We'll keep Maxi, but Dwight Powell, he can go.
Yeah, if you want to move Dwight Powell for Julius Randle,
yeah. Well, you want Dwight Powell? You want Dwight Powell and one of my rookies? I'll throw in a draft pick, and we can get this thing done.
That wouldn't be a bad situation, man. That wouldn't be a bad situation at all.
Nope. And
that's a good starting five. It helps your rebounding too.
Yep. I give up the Dojo Man too. I throw the Dojo Man in there for Julius Randle.
You're acting like the Knicks just wants all our cast-offs, though.
No, I'm saying for whatever he don't cost. He doesn't cost that much.
Right.
Number one. Number two, I mean, you've got Kevin Knox and you got Obi, and you got the Obi kid over there. What do you need to do? And you got RJ Barrett and Kevin Knox. Okay.
Yeah,
okay, I'll take Kevin Knox.
Kevin Knox not a bad piece to have.
Yeah, I'll take Kevin Knox. I'll take Kevin Knox as my 3. Bring him over here and give him to me. I'll take him.
So what you're gonna roll out? What you're gonna roll out? Luka, Richardson at the 2, Knox at the 3. You're gonna let Knox start?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Julius Randle and KP.
Well, no, you won't get Julius Randle. I'm saying I'll take either Julius Randle or Kevin Knox. They're not gonna give you both.
Oh, okay. I'd rather have Julius Randle. I like a banger on the inside.
Exactly. I'm old school. I like my power forwards to be down there getting rebounds and banging.
Yeah, that's what you need. And as we get the Mavericks a certain level of toughness down there in the paint, man, they need somebody desperately down there that can help them rebound, man.
And then you can let Porzingis hang around the 3-point line if you want to with Julius Randle down the paint.
Yeah. You could, but it'd be better if Porzingis actually hung out down there in the paint. He could do both. But it'd be nice if he'd be down there helping secure. Man, can you imagine what the Mavericks team would look like defensively if you had KP and Julius Randle both down there not KP so much, but down there, long arms that can get up and get rebounds for us. Oh man, what an amazing situation that'd be. Because Luka's still going to come down there and double down and get rebounds. KP would be down there. Julius is getting rebounds. And you need one more big man. One more. Well, I guess you got Carlisle Stein and those guys.
You still Carlisle Stein is going to be backing up. He's going to be backing up KP.
Okay.
That's what I said. I can do that and keep Klebe coming off the bench for coming in for Julius Randle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not a bad set.
Yeah, I know. I'm a freaking general manager, man. I could do this.
Man, we need to talk to Donnie Nelson about it. Let's see if next week he can run into Donnie.
You know me and Donnie, we tight. Me and Donnie, we are real tight.
Yeah, that's it, man. Have a conversation with him because we need to make those type of things happen. The Mavericks fans everywhere will appreciate that.
You know, I got some Mavericks fans trying to poo-poo on Julius Randle. I'm like, they're like, well, he's gonna haul the ball. He's gonna score points. I'm like, that's the point of basketball for him to score points.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them scoring points.
Yeah,
what's the problem?
No, well, he's gonna take the ball away from Luka is what it is. Well, somebody can take the ball away from him. Shit, he ain't even scoring the ball.
Yeah, jacking the threes is not the answer. We need to jump it down there and be able to get somebody to give us something out of the post. And Julius Randle could give us something out of the post. That makes too much sense. The people nowadays don't typically like to do things that make sense. They don't appreciate things that make sense.
What's funny is they hate James Harden, but they kind of want Luka to play that way.
Right. Is it so backwards?
Yeah. Well, James Harden sucks and it's terrible. But oh yeah, Luka, he needs to pop and then hit his step back jumper.
I can't figure it out.
Well, of course, I tell you all the time, fans are idiots. But yeah, so I guess Friday night we want to do this again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Friday night, back here after the Mavericks take on the Miami Heat.
Hopefully a win.
That is going to be a 6:00 start.
Yep.
So we'd be on pretty early.
Yeah, about 9:00. A little after 9.
Yeah, a little after 9. So that'd be an early one.
Yep.
Yes, the Denver Nuggets game that was at 1 o'clock has been pushed back to it looks like 9 o'clock. Oh god, it's a late game.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a Thursday night, so that means that game's probably gonna be put on TNT.
Yep.
If I click on it right now, it's probably gonna say Turner.
Yep. It'll be the second part of a back-to-back.
Yes, but right now they don't have it scheduled for TNT, but I'm pretty sure TNT is gonna pick that game up.
Of course.
Just because.
So yeah, I would imagine. So they love those Thursday night games.
Yeah, and plus the Mavericks are gonna be the Mavericks are prime time right now, so
hey, nothing wrong with that. They need to start playing like a primetime team. They do that, we'll be in good shape.
You got anything you want to call out, or you got anybody you want to call out here before we get off?
I'm not going to call out anybody, man. I want to just say this. I hope that the Mavericks continue to develop as a basketball team. I do not have a problem with them taking L's early in the season, as long as they are getting they're taking lessons and they're getting better. I think they will get better. I think Rick Carlisle will get this team together. I think Luka will get better. He'll come out of this shooting slump, and this team will get rolling in the right direction. And non-basketball related, Walt, I think it's very important that we wish everyone a very, very, very happy and safe New Year's as we go into it or whatnot. And use caution, use common sense. Do not go out and do anything foolish, guys.
I can help everybody out with this. Stay at home.
There you go.
Don't go nowhere.
There you go.
Don't go nowhere.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Stay at home. There's nothing out there for you.
That's right. Except for COVID.
Well, my mom told me back in 0506, when it comes to after midnight, only thing open is a pair of legs in a hospital, and I'm gonna make sure you stay up out of both of them.
That's right, and that's all facts, man.
That's
stay
all.
At home.
That's what she said. That's the two things that's mainly open after midnight.
That's it, and with it being put on a pedestal as much as it is now, sometimes it comes before midnight, so you got to be careful. Just turn off the TVs, watch your little Instagram videos and YouTube from the house, man, and just relax. Stay out of the way.
All right, man. So we'll be back here Friday night as we will be recapping the Mavs and the Heat.
That's right.
All right, and like Billy said, we want to wish everybody a happy New Year.
Yep.
And everybody be safe.
Stay safe, guys.